Bd20 Scale, Story and Guidance. The Magical Council 20 out of 32. Scale, the guiding force of balance. The guiding force of balance. It is nature's duty to recreate balance. Quote, "Wandering re-establishes the original harmony which once existed between man and the universe." Anatole France. Scaled story. After Calimbanco had taken its place as the governor of Crystalia, it was me, a drop of the ocean of love, the home of Kandu, that came to venture Crystalia. As a crystal child of light, I settled down in Orania, the lower crystal kingdom, and Calimbanco observed me with care, for he knew he needed a team that would help him to keep life in Crystalia going. As a young child playing in the gardens of the castles of the Carmens, located in the Plains of Dreams, Calimbanco gave me the name Scale, meaning the one in charge of balance in Crystalia. From a very early age, I was always weighing things off, from shall I play with this toy or shall I play with both of them? What is better, to stay at home or to go this or that or to my friend's house? It went on, from the food choices to which clothes to wear, to how shall I speak and how shall I respond. Often others around me would get annoyed with me for taking so much time to make decisions, but I wanted to make the best decision and choice each time. Sometimes later I was called the peacekeeper, as I always was in the middle between others having an argument and me trying to play the balance. I even remembered getting beaten up by trying to help. Later in life, with my magical powers, I created a great harmony between others and in nature, but after a while nobody seemed to really enjoy it. It was too quiet. I was the one most in harmony and in balance and actually enjoying life. But then it started with others trying to throw me out of balance in the meanest ways. Not only did I see what others did to me, but also to themselves, others, the planet and the universe. The balance we once enjoyed got disturbed by endless things. It happened to me as well, but I found my purpose. I discovered my magical powers and came up with incredible ways to re-establish balance. When individuals had become sick, I let them go through an intense cleaning process. And when areas around showed intense pollution, I would clean it out with storms and floods. Unfortunately, this changed my image from being liked to not being liked. Nobody wanted to deal with the cleaning, not accepting that I was trying to recreate the balance. The higher realms of the gods. Calimbanco saw my potential at an early age, and under his guidance trained me in every aspect and offered me a place in the higher realms of the gods, and crowned myself as the god of balance. It was great for his plan, as I would keep everybody busy, either disrupting harmony and balance or seeking to create balance again in Crystalia, and by doing so, not thinking about Kandu and their real self, and by doing so again, not making any effort to get home. Throughout the history of the higher realms of the gods, however, there had been many wars and battles, and I played, unfortunately, my part in it. I thought I was the most powerful god of all of them with my ways of recreating balance, but started to use it for destruction. I caused endless diseases and terrible disasters in order for me to prove that I was the strongest. But funny enough, after I created the mess, it was me myself who had to clean it all up. I had to re-establish the balance again. The other gods saw this and just waited every time till I was sick of my own games. As the one who has the duty to bring balance, I got exhausted, not from my own ways of disturbing the balance and then recreating balance again. The others knew this and made into their game to disrupt the balance and harmony as much as possible. They knew how to wear me out. Touring my personal realm, Equilibria. At one point in time in the history of Crystalia, with the permission of Kalimabanco, I made my second home in the realm of the Divanas, in which I could experience my energy in full. Here I had my playground without having to battle with the other gods, but where other problems arose. As I am a creation in Crystalia, know that I am created with opposites, or with two faces, so to speak. On one hand, I contribute to your life with my energy of balance, but working incorrect with my energy, you can easily throw things out of balance. After I got my own realm as one of the 17 guardians of conduct, I went to the plains of dreams to one of the castles of garments, and took the body I still have today, representing its purpose. Also realize that I have several bodies or garments. I have my base image, but to make anybody more comfortable anywhere in the universe, I adapt and can change into an image that looks more me being one of you. In the realm of the Divanas, I have my place, which is called Equilibria, and everything here is about scales. Everything stands or hangs on scales, from small to the enormous scales. On each scale that either is balanced or is tipped over to one side, you can see entire worlds with mountains and lakes and oceans and with cities and villages. And each village or city is a complexity of scales, and everything is made in the shape of a scale, and even the inhabitants look like scales. The head is like the pivot, the shoulders are the balance bar, and each arm representing each side of the scale. Some sit, stand, and walk in a balanced way, but by most of them the balance is off. Their bodies are tilted over to one side or the other. Everybody is busy with staying in balance or in the process of recreating imbalance or balance again. It is a big business over here. Being a healthcare practitioner, therapist, facilitator, coach, trainer, educator, professor, and mentor, and selling ways to balance. But I can tell you that there is a lot of bad business being done in getting individuals out of balance, because then there is money to be made. Many not obvious things, but also very obvious things are done to achieve this, ranging from supplying unhealthy foods and drinks, alcohol, cigarettes, drugs, and many more. The stress that goes together with it all, with this modern lifestyle, from moving too fast, wanting too much, and working too much, all helps to get individuals out of balance. Without looking that it looks like a war, there is a war going on regarding all of this, and many are sick, like people injured on a battlefield. In the beginning, individuals still had the understanding how they created imbalance, and they had the knowledge to recreate. But these days everybody is totally dependent on the help of others, and as I said before, a lot of bad business is done over here. I cannot judge it, because I did the same in my days, but we are looking into some drastic changes that hopefully will turn things around again. The big change. Having my two residences in the higher realms of the gods and on my private planet, I was asked at one point in time by Mariah Morrow to become a faculty member at the Magical University of Life at the Sacred Archives. Mariah Morrow, being the principal of this university, who respected anybody and was wise, invited all of us, keepers and law keepers of the universe, and under his guidance, we all had an equal position and shared the knowledge of universe and nature from our perspective with the students, and we all felt very important. It was a great change. We turned back into love and stopped our wars, for we all knew that you needed all the help you could get in order to save yourself and your planet. For those amongst you who want to become more aware and who understand that I am part and parcel of you and within everything and everybody, I invite you to go the journey and rediscovering all about me in my realm, or sit in my classroom at the university, or even reconnecting with me through a homeschooling system. All connections to me are an incredible experience, and the more you know, the better you can go through your adventure. How I can help you in your life. Quote, always aim at complete harmony of thought and word and deed. Always aim at purifying your thoughts and everything will be well. Mahatma Gandhi. End of quote. In nature there is some kind of balance and harmony, but it is mankind that disrupts the balance by doing whatever they want. They take and destroy, and a big price will have to be paid for that. Some of you seek perfect balance in a world affected by every action, while others are actively disturbing the balance. I am Scale, the guiding force of balance, reminding you of these facts and showing you that it is the duty of nature to always restore balance, which is mostly a painful experience and sometimes a devastating one. I guide you to assist the process of re-establishing balance or to prevent imbalances in all aspects of your life. Here are some general tips. Everything in creation is constantly shifting, and when an imbalance occurs, it is the duty of nature to re-establish balance again. Nature will give you signs and messages and will act in the fastest way possible in order to re-establish balance. Nature and the nature of healing and self-healing is not out there to punish you, but when you do not act appropriately, it will take action to possibly reorganize and recycle things. You either assist in the process of re-establishing balance voluntarily, or it will have to be done involuntarily. Never stop looking for ways to assist in the rebalancing when an imbalance occurs. Body balance. From an early age, be aware of how you place your feet, because when your toes are pointing in or outward, you are not developing a body in balance. When you stand or sit, be aware to do it with a straight body position, and do not hunch or hang. Learn to experience balance through recreation activities, fitness and sports that require balance and coordination. Balance your room. When you have a room to sleep, make sure everything has a proper place and that all looks neat and in balance. And be aware of all the modern devices that throw you easily out of balance by being too long in front of the computer or anything else that pulls you in too long. Keep your room clean and know that too much light and not enough light, too warm and too cold air, too dry and too moist air all can contribute to imbalances. Balanced food. It will be a lifelong study to see what food is the best for you, and there is not one solution. But the closest you can get is by observing nature and to understand what foods would help nature to grow things. The more fresh and simple is a guideline you can keep in mind. Even with consuming very unhealthy foods and drinks, the body tries to organize a certain balance, but when the balance tips over, it is paytime. Balanced friendships. To have good friendships, it depends on the balance between you. It is about two winners and equal rights in whatever you play. Take turns when you cannot agree what you're going to do. To overpower or to trick the other will create an imbalance, and sooner or later it will come to the surface, and you will have to be faced. According to the law of the universe and nature, there is no way you can hide what is not right, for it creates an imbalance, and there is a price to be paid. So don't try to fool nature, because you're only fooling yourself. Helping others. It is always good to give a helping hand, but do not have any expectations, otherwise you may end up with another imbalance. Do not judge others even when you see them doing injustice, and know when man-made justice doesn't come in the game, that they will have to pay one day for their actions. Be careful to play peacemaker, because you could end up in the middle and having two people against you. It is often better to wait until somebody asks for help. Being sick. When you are faced being sick, thank your body and nature for helping to clean your body. Assist rather than resist the process, and just look at what you all ate and did to your body to create the imbalance. Learn to do your best in regards to your health and well-being, but first you must study what is the best for your body. There are many adventures to become a healthy and vital person, but also see your healing as an adventure in order to regain a better balance again. Helping nature. First of all, learn from nature how everything tries to keep the harmony. Everything has a purpose and also becomes part of re-establishing balance. You can also assist in endless ways to not add to the harm that is being done to nature and the planet. Go on the internet and find out more about this and how you can help in your way. Learning to sit still and being quiet. The best to assist in harmony and balance is not to interfere, but that is almost impossible because you are here on an adventure and part of it all. However, you can practice to not interfere too much by learning to sit still and being quiet, but doing this without being told to. You can practice this ancient art which gives you inner strength by just learning to be with you. You can practice this at any time and at any place, but it is easier to start it in a quiet spot. Many who became masters in their way have practiced this, and I also suggest this to practice especially when you want to rebel or fight. Often there is more power in practicing this. Just try it out. Managing your day. Learn to manage your health and daily life activities. It is being busy with balance. When you do not eat well, you will miss the energy that will keep you in balance. When you're not prepared, like getting ready for school or not having done your homework, it will cause imbalances in another way. Learning to be on time is very important, and when the imbalance is not triggered by yourself, it possibly will be done by others who require from you to be on time. Weigh your words. Words, as you know, and in the tone you use them, can be very encouraging, comforting, or throwing you completely out of balance. It is for that reason you have to be very careful with words and weigh them before using them. Just think how you would like to be spoken to. Real balance. All the balance spoken about takes place in the world that constantly changes, and in which you are constantly thrown off balance because you experience this world with your body and mind, which is part of that world. To experience real balance and to go through life in a complete balanced way is a complete different development done through inner prayer and meditation. And after one goes beyond the world of body, mind and matter, that will be experienced. Study more about this real balance with Morai Amoro. Balance. Balance and imbalance is a dance within nature, but it is mankind who is that imbalanced creature, always interfering with balance and harmony, and facing as a result a lot of struggle and agony.